everyone, Mitch coming in from the Command Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, a really exciting LORWYN ECLIPSED spoiler is here, and is this the most unique commander we have seen yet? I would like to think so. Let's jump into it. And that spoiler is none other than Carol Attentive First Year, a 3/3 Vampire Cleric for 3 mana in Boros. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. Copy target, triggered ability you control. You may choose your targets so they copy. Activate only once each turn. I absolutely love that Boros has evolved so much since I started playing Commander. When I first started playing Commander, Boros was the throwaway 2-color combination. It's just like, oh, well, if you want to play like aggro in combat, that's it for Boros. There's basically nothing else you can do. And then over the years, okay, some other things came around. Damage and life gain. Got it. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, sweet. And then finally, we're getting a more evolved version of Boros that can do some very powerful and very exciting things. That's like, hey, you know what? Let's double up triggered abilities in a very easy way to do so. Again, an activated ability on this one that says, hey, you know what? Just tap 2 untap creatures you control. That is super simple to do, especially since you are in a color combination that can flood the board in absolutely no time. Now, because this could obviously become incredibly broken and, yeah, a little out of control, they did limit it to only once each turn. And again, those are some of my least favorite words in Magic, but I think very necessary on a card like this. Otherwise, this would just be combo commander left and right that you would have to, again, kill on sight. So yes, this is not a, well, I mean, I'm sure there still are definitely combos out there. There most definitely are. That being said, it is not just, oh, easy combo commander, take it out because, well, it's broken and they didn't limit it when they needed to. They did. That being said, the limitation is still a limitation, yes, but you can use this more than once with each trip on the table. In fact, again, in a game of Commander, you got 4 players, right? Well, at least as long as you didn't take anyone else yet, which you might. That being said, let's assume you've got 4 players right now. With each trip on the table, yeah, you can activate this 4 times. That means doubling up on those triggered abilities 4 times the value of those. Now, obviously, you need triggered abilities to happen on your opponent's turns, and of course, that can definitely help. And there are actually even ways to maybe utilize this more than once on your own turn, and we'll talk about those here in a little bit. But basically, this is a commander that, again, goes in a unique direction. I absolutely love that we're getting more things out of Boros. It isn't just a boring, like, hey, no offense, Elish Norn. Hey, you know what? Paint Harmonicon on a body. Wow, okay, no. This is like, you know what? You actually have to work to build around it. You actually have to do things to say, you know what? Let's get some creatures in play. Let's tap them effectively and efficiently. Maybe even some creatures that actually want to be tapped. A certain Scarecrow comes to mind. That being said, all you need to do with this one is go, you know what, get some big triggered abilities, double those up, find ways to utilize them on your opponent's turns as well. You can do a lot of exciting things with this one. Let's jump into some budget buys and some pricier picks to consider, and consider picking up those cards sooner rather than later, because when exciting new commanders get spoiled, sometimes cards that work really well with it tend to go up in price. Let's jump into it. Okay, and I'm giving away the game a little bit early on this episode, but here we go with the budget buys. We're starting off with Eldrazi Displacer, and a reminder that all these cards, you can find a link in the description below in case you want to build around this commander and pick these cards up now. A 3/3 Eldrazi for 3 mana in white to void by paying 2 and a colorless exile a target creature you control. Then return to the battlefield, tap to its control. I don't know why I said under your control you can exile any creature. That being said, you're going to be doing it with your own commander. You're going to go away going, oh, hey, you know what, commander, you go away and you come back. You know why? Because that resets your commander. It basically now comes back in, it has no memory of its old self, and it is a brand new permanent, essentially, for all intents and purposes. So here we go with that. You can go, yeah, I can activate again with my commander. I can tap 2 and tap creatures because, again, I already did that earlier. I blinked it then, it went away, and it came back, and now I can do it again. So this opens up the possibility of doubling up on triggered abilities, because you can utilize something like this to pay some mana to basically reset things. There's other ways to do this as well, but yes, repeat blinking effects like this one can be absolutely massive. And of course, keep in mind that obviously, if you've got some great ETBs in this deck, of course you can utilize those to great effect with this one. That being said, when it comes to ETBs, one of the most known ones out there is Solemn Simulacrum. Sad robot, oh so sad, to do Golem for 4 mana. Enters the battlefield, go get any basic land card put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. When it dies, you draw a card. You may draw a card, I should say. With this one, again, you get 2 triggered abilities. you get the ETB, which again, doubling on that is so nice. It's so nice. And actually keep in mind a little trick here right now with this commander. You can tap the creature that's entering the battlefield as well to actually double up on its own ability. So you can tap your commander plus say this, and you are already doubling up on that land search, which is amazing. Again, double ramp with this. Basically, explosive vegetation on a 2-mana body, or 4-mana body that has a 2/2. You know what I mean. Okay, when it dies, though, you can also draw a card. So again, on an opponent's turn, let's just say you're blocking with this. Okay, now you can actually double up on that, too. So again, double the value. A lot of fun to be had with this one. Assemble the Legion. So much fun. Enchantment for 5 mana. And Boros, at the beginning of your upkeep, may put a muster counter on Assemble Legion. Then create a 1/1 red and white soldier creature token with a haste counter on, with haste for each muster counter on Assemble Legion. It's early, everyone, okay? Here we go with this one, though. You are going to be, again, doubling up on getting that trigger, which means that you get twice as many muster counters and twice as many, well, even more than that, actually, soldiers coming into play. And again, having a massive army can, of course, be very effective with this kind of a commander because you always have creatures out there that can tap to activate that ability to double something up when you need to. And also just having a massive army is a lot of fun. Anyways, Karmic Guide, a 2/2 Angel Spirit for 5 mana and white. Flying protection from black. Echo, cool. But when it enters the battlefield, you bring back a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You reanimate something, basically again on ETB, which is amazing, of course. And when you tap 2 creatures, you get to double that up to bring 2 things back. Yeah, you can do some crazy things with this one. Again, I assume that there's definitely some combos that you could utilize with this too, I'm sure, actually. Yeah, there are probably actually some pretty easy ones to do with that because you actually could probably use a free sacrifice outlet like Fanatical Devotion, maybe. Sacrifice your commander, essentially, and then have the ETBs double up and bring it back. There's probably some crazy ones you can do, okay? All right, we're not going to get too far into that, but all you out there in the comments below, please let me know what combos you're building right now around this one. Of course, Siege Gang Commander, another good example of one that you can double up very easily. ETBs make 3 1/1 goblins. I mean, for 5 mana, that's 4 bodies. That's lovely. That being said, you now are just going, tap any of those, essentially, right? Or tap, Siege Gang plus my commander and go, hey, double that up. Cool, I make 6. I've got so many creatures to tap. Atali Primal Storm, so much fun. Double up that attack trigger. Exile the top card of each player's library that you may cast any number of spells from on them without paying their mana cost. Yeah, I mean, now you're just going, hey, you know what? Instead of just 3 cards I'm stealing, or 4, I'm stealing 3. I'm getting one off the top of my own library on my own. So 4, I get 8 cards now for free off the top of libraries on an attack trigger. Yeah, you're going to be winning the game in absolutely no time. Sunburn's Invocation, speaking of free things, enchantment for 6 mana. If you're casting a spell from your hand, reveal the top X cards of your library, X that spell's mana value. Cast a spell mana value, X list among the cards revealed this way without paying its mana cost, but that you were rested by your library in random order. With this one, again, you are doubling up now on your spells. Now you're tripling up on them. You cast a spell and you're like, oh yeah, tap 2 creatures, double that, and all of a sudden I'm getting even more off the top of my library. And of course, keep in mind again, you're going to want to have triggers that can happen on opponent's turns as well. If you're casting instants, there you go, or cards with flash, you can copy those as well. Next up, Sun Titan. 6/6 Giant Vigilance, enters or attacks. You may return target permanent card with mana value 3 less your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, again, with this one, you're like, okay, I am going to, bring many things back. I'm going to keep bringing things back again and again and again. Repeat triggers can be great for this commander. Speaking of which, Threefold Thunderhulk. Again, we talked about CJ and Commander being great. This one is an ETB trigger as well as an attack trigger. Enters with 3 counters on it. Enters or attacks, you make a number of gnomes based on its power. You can also sacrifice creatures, or artifacts, I should say, to get counters on this. So yes, you can keep building and building and building and doubling that up, making a massive amount of creatures. Artisan of Kozilek, finally, again, a double way that you can just benefit from this one. First of all, on cast, you can go, hey, you know what, bring a creature card from your graveyard back to the battlefield, lovely. And also the Annihilator 2, turning that into Annihilator 4, basically. Going, hey, okay, I swing at you, let's double that up. Sacrifice 4 things. Their opponents won't be able to survive very long with this. Of course, there are even beefier Eldrazi out there that have, like, Annihilator 3 that can be even deadlier. Moving on, land tax. Bet you'd expect to see land tax here, but you know what? It's actually kind of a funny interaction here. Enchant for a single white mana. Beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent controls more lands than you, may search life for it to 3 basic land cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle. I mean, here's the thing. Have you ever just wanted to be in a Burrow stack and you're like, you know what? All the lands are mine, and now I have no more lands in my deck, which is great because I'm not drawing into dead cards. Again, like deck thinning, people overestimate deck thinning in some ways in Commander. Like, well, if I play 1 extra fetch land, that turns my percentage of drawing something better. Sure, it does, but there's so many cards in your deck and so many lands that, like, that percentage is such a small amount. Land tax does make a massive impact, though. Land tax, you're getting 3 lands at a time, but again, with this commander, you can get 6. You can get 6 lands out of your deck. You get a brand new hand, basically, of just lands. And go like, okay, I got every single land I ever wanted. They're in my hand. Yeah, I mean, at your end step, you're going to have to go, yeah, goodbye lands. Unless you get Reliquary Tower, then good for you. That being said, being able to just thin your deck, yeah, you most definitely can do that and make sure you're hitting all your land drops while also not drawing into dead cards. That can be absolutely amazing. Speaking of lands, though, Sword of the Animist. Equipment for 2, mana, +1/+1 to equip creature attacks. You may search life for a basic land with battlefield tap, then shuffle. This is repeat ramp, essentially, and again, amazing already on its own. There's a reason why it's an expensive card. That being said, with your commander, doubling this up, going, oh yeah, I get 2 lands on attack. Again, deck thinning while also ramping you a ton. Absolutely amazing. Next up, Drum Bellower. Yeah, this is a fantastic card. Untap all creature control during each of the players' untap step. Yeah, that's such a good card for this kind of a deck. Again, ensuring that your creatures, well, I mean, are vigilant. They can basically block whenever they want, then obviously. But also, of course, being able to go, okay, yeah, I tap 2, I copy something. Okay, on that turn, I've got a triggered ability. Tap 2, I copy something. Good for me. Speaking of, on your opponent's turns, Dual Caster Mage enters the battlefield. Well, you're going to copy target instant source spell, 2 targets the copy. Yeah, you're copying something already, but you can copy the copy because you can copy with this. You know what I mean? Anyways, being able to tap this while tapping your commander as well is just so fun to go like, yeah, you know what? That's an amazing spell you have over there. Expropriate, cool, good for you. Okay, I'll copy that, and I'll also get a copy of that one too. Good for me. Yeah, being able to double up on things, triple up on things is so much fun. Helm of the Host, absolutely gross and amazing. Beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature. Except the token isn't legendary, the token gains haste, equip 5. Yeah, again, being able to make copies of my commander and also copy this trigger to make even more copies, which again allows you to activate that ability more than one time in a turn. Yeah, you can do some absolutely crazy things with Helm of the Host. I mean, Helm of the Host is a crazy card in Commander just in general, but yeah, with a commander like this that can really take advantage of it and really speed it up, you can do some amazing things. Jamail the Inner Sun, such a fun card as well. Spells you control can't be countered. That's quite nice to start right then and there. Being able to go, hey, you know what? You can't stop me from doing what I want to do. That's just very nice. It's a good thing to have. That being said, we gave your end step Discover 5. Copying that can be quite nice and going, okay, I just get a free thing off the top of my library, and then another free thing. It's kind of like Sunburn's Invocation without actually having to cast spells, which can be quite nice. And then we've got Ancient Copper Dragon. Yeah, there's a reason why this is $65. My goodness. 6/5 L Dragon for 6 mana flying. Creatures combination player, you win the game. Okay, it's not you win the game, but you roll a d20. Great number of treasure tokens equal the result. I mean, again, even if on average, let's say you roll like a 10, you're like, okay, cool, I make 10 treasures for hitting someone. Yeah, I mean, or you just double that up with your commander into going like, okay, yeah, let's make, whatever, roll 2 d20s. I mean, you can make 40 treasures just by literally hitting someone and going like, oh, wow. Okay, I've got more treasures than mana has been spent in this game. Okay, cool. I win? Probably? Yeah, most likely. I think I win. I think the game is basically over there. Or how about Portal to Phyrexia? Again, something else you can double up multiple times. Artifact for 9. Enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifice 3 creatures. Again, you can double that up, going like, hey, you know what, your boards are gone. Even if they have a decent amount of creatures on the board. Again, they're like, well, okay, you make me sacrifice 3, but at least I still get to keep this. And you're like, no, I'm doubling that up. Okay, my army's gone. Oh, by the way, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under control. It's also a Phyrexian. Cool. Yeah, you're doubling that up, and you're stealing 2 creatures now per turn. Absolutely gross. Absolutely amazing. Again, I love that Boros is getting a new direction. You can do some really cool things. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on this one. And of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.